Hello, it's Mark from Cars and Cameras, and I'm really excited to check out this new product. This is the new Mac Mini. This is the late 2020 model, the newest, latest, and greatest. This is with the new M1 chip, and this is the slightly upgraded model with the 512 gigabyte hard drive. And really what I want to see with this computer is see if it's able to edit the footage from these new cameras that are coming out, the new Sony A7S Mark III and the Canon R5. So let's go ahead and take a look at the ports on here. So you have two full-size USB connectors, a headphone jack, a full-size HDMI, and two USB-C/Thunderbolt jacks. And you cannot upgrade this computer. It's not like the old ones. That cover does not come off. And it is what it is. That's how it is. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to look at some Canon R5 footage. My camera has not arrived yet, so this is courtesy of Gordon Lang. This is R5 8K DCI footage, 24p, all AI. And let's take a look at it. And as you can see, it is playing back the footage pretty good. I did try this a few times. I see just a little bit of slowdown there, but we'll see what it does when we go ahead and drop it in Final Cut Pro. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, we're going to take a look at this clip. Now, I could not get this to play on my older Mac Mini. This is 4K, 120p footage from the Sony A7S Mark III, and I could not get this footage to play back. Even on my Mac Pro, it just choked with this footage. It was dropping, it was slowing down. And here it seems to be playing back perfectly. Our next clip is going to be some Xabc HS422 10-bit footage. So let's go ahead and see how it plays it back. And it seems to be playing it back perfectly, not having any problems at all. It's working great. So really, this M1 chip is really fantastic. I mean, basically well under $1,000 for the Mac Mini. You don't even have to upgrade to one of their MacBooks. You can edit this footage with your existing computer, basically, using your own monitor and keyboard and mouse. So that's really exciting. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to look at this is some Xabc, this is SI footage, and this is 10-bit 4K. So let's see how it does with that codec. And it seems to be playing the footage back no problem at all. And it looks good. So there we go. Looking at the guitars there, and just some, this is with the Tamron. That's with the 70-300 lens. That's a great lens, by the way. So let's go ahead and look at, open up a project in Final Cut Pro. And let's just drop in some footage. I think we'll drop in the Canon R5 footage, courtesy of Gordon Lang. So let's go ahead and take a look at that footage first. And let's just see how it plays. And let's go ahead and go to full screen and see how it does. And it looks like it's playing it back really good. Let's take a look at it again. Oh, before we do that, let's try it in better quality. We had it on better performance. Now, a lot of times when you do this, it won't play back at all. But it is playing it back no problem. There it goes. I see a few dropped frames there, but not enough to set the alarms off on, Final Cut Pro will tell you. So let's go ahead and do it again, but let's look at it, in the window. Usually you have a lot of problems when you're playing back this at full screen. And remember, too, I'm also recording this with the QuickTime on the screen. So that will affect it a little bit. Okay, so in our next clip, we're going to go ahead and drop in that 4K 120p footage and see how it does with that. So let's go ahead and hit the playback on that and see how it does. And it looks like it is playing it back even at full screen at better quality, which is always my favorite one to use, but I almost never use it because I would always have all kinds of issues, because I like to see things in their native look. And it looks like it's playing it back no problem. So that is really cool, I got to say. So we'll get that one. Now I think the next one we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and look at that Xabc HS422 10-bit footage. On my older Mac Mini, I couldn't even see this footage. It wouldn't do anything. So let's go ahead and see how it looks. Go to full screen. And it looks great. It is playing it back. No problem whatsoever. So no problem with that. So let's go ahead and see how it works with the Xabc SI 10-bit 4K. And these are all real high bit rates, by the way. This camera does a lot of different bits. So I was picking kind of the highest bit rates that it would do. And this is with the Tamron. That's a little bit of shifting with the image stabilization. But I'm hand holding this. This is on probably close to 300 millimeters in my studio. Just wanted to see how it all works. That's some 24p footage. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a export test. So we're going to take these little clips and see how quickly they can be exported in ProRes 422. So we have a 6.7 gigabyte, almost a 7 gigabyte file. Now, normally on my older Mac Mini, this would take quite a while. I would say it could take 10, 12 minutes. So let's see how quickly it's able to do it. And already I can see the little timer there, and it is cooking along. So, wow. I thought I was going to have to speed this up, but no, it looks like it's going to render out in probably under a minute. Awesome. So I'll keep everything in real time. So this is really promising how quickly it's able to do these 4 clips. And remember, one of them was 120p. And a lot of times when you mix those, it really kind of slows things down, but it is not slowing this down whatsoever. It is just doing it no problem. So let's just go ahead and quickly play back the beginning of this. We're not going to go through the whole minute and 52 seconds worth, but let's just see what it can do. And it seems like it is playing it back perfectly. So that is great. I uncovered a bug with this new Mac Mini. And as you can see here, you can get your display by using this Thunderbolt connector here, USB-C to HDMI in my case, in my monitor. Or you can go HDMI from the computer to HDMI to your display. But the problem is, when I go ahead and do that, I'm only able to get 1080p. As you can see here, it recognizes my screen as a LG 73-inch screen. It is not. It is a 40-inch 4K display, and it is a TV, but on my older Mac Minis and anything else I plug into it, it works perfectly. And you can see here, at 30 hertz, I cannot get 4K, and I was hoping I was going to get 4K at 60 hertz, but I can't get 4K at all. So basically, this computer has gone back to Apple. When I went ahead and returned it to the Apple Store, it was flagged to be sent to Apple directly so they can go ahead and take a look at it. Like I said, I had several phone calls with the Apple geniuses, and we could not resolve the problem. So this computer is getting sent back to them to see what the issue is. Now, if you look at their specs on this, it can do 4K no problem, just like the older Mac Minis. It can display 4K at 60 hertz, but it cannot do it with my display, and that is a problem. A lot of times people hook these up to TV sets in 4K, and it does not work. So hopefully by the time you see this video, it could be resolved. Guys, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.